Well, hello there, my single mother tribe. How are you doing? Are you caught in the trap of complacency? Well, stick around in this episode of Jumpstart Your Week Monday. I'm going to share with you how to get out of the trap of relishing in past successes so that you can move on to bigger and better and greater things. Hi, I'm Hope, your fairy single godmother, and I would like to welcome you to another episode of Jumpstart Your Week Monday, where I inspire, empower, and equip you with the tools that you need in order to start your week off successfully. In this week's episode, I am continuing on my Power Momentum series, and I will be discussing today how to avoid the trap of complacency. You know, that trap of relishing in your past successes that keep you ineffective and keep you stuck. But before I start with that, if you could do me a favor, if you're joining me via Hope for Single Mothers YouTube channel, if you can go ahead and click that subscribe button, and while you're at it, if you can go ahead and click that bell for me, that way you will be notified every time I upload videos on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. And trust me, you don't want to miss out on that, okay? Thank you so much, and I would like to welcome all of my new subscribers to your new tribe. Okay, so I'm going to pick up from where I left off. Last time I was talking about how to celebrate small wins. And you know, that's very important when we are moving towards accomplishing our God-given goals and dreams. And so last time, and if you did not catch that video, I highly recommend that you go ahead and watch it after you finish this video. But in the video, I just explained how, celebrating small wins is very necessary in order to accomplish bigger goals and bigger dreams. So, it keeps us motivated, it keeps us moving on and going. Now, in this week's episode, although celebrating small wins and celebrating our wins are very important for the sake of moving forward and staying motivated. Sometimes, it could be tempting to get caught in a trap of complacency. And oftentimes, that happens when we get stuck in celebration mode, where, you may have jumped a hurdle, you may have accomplished something really big or huge, or even something small. You may have, achieved a goal or something like that. And like I said, it's tempting at times to get stuck there, that you want to stay there in that moment of celebration because it feels good, and it should feel good. You accomplished something very important and very significant, and there's nothing wrong with celebrating that. However, like I said, at times we can get trapped there. And what it does is that when we get trapped in, relishing in past successes, you pretty much stay there. I don't know about you. Have you ever, listened to somebody talk about what they used to do or who they used to be, and they just go on and on and on and on and on and on. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I often wonder, it's like, okay, well, that's good. I'm really happy for you. I'm really proud of you that you did that in the past, but I'm curious, what are you doing now? And most of the times or sometimes, they're so stuck in the past of what they did in the past that they haven't moved on to bigger and greater and better things. And so, I think that's, like I said, it could be very tempting to get stuck there. But I'm going to help you out today. I'm going to tell you, a way to avoid that is always, to have a mindset that you can always improve. Always, have a mindset that you never stop learning. You never get better. You never arrive. As long as we're on this earth, I don't care how much you accomplish, you have not reached the pinnacle of all that God has called you to do. You have not, seen your greatest victories. You have not achieved your greatest successes. There is more in store for you. But if you get stuck in relishing on what you did in the past, then it will be hard and difficult for you to move on and to see ahead the bigger and better and greater things that's in store for you. 2 Corinthians 13:18 says that we are to go from one glorious place in our lives or position in our lives to a higher place. Actually, it says we're going from glory to glory and faith to faith. And basically what that's saying is that don't just get stuck where you are, that God is a God of progression, and he desires for us to always be improving. He always has more in store for us. I know that it's probably hard to believe that, but it's true. We have unlimited potential. God created you with unlimited potential. What does that mean? That means that the sky is the limit and beyond. Actually, not just the sky is the limit, because when we're talking about God, he is unlimited. He is unfathomable. So I won't even say the sky is the limit. We can go beyond the sky. There's nothing that we can't accomplish. And so, like I said, when you're moving towards accomplishing your goals and dreams, it's good to celebrate. It's good to, stay motivated, but at the same time, keep moving forward. Don't get stuck in a place of what you used to do or what you did before, but see things as, what, I'm moving forward. I'm getting better. I'm getting stronger. I'm improving in areas of my life. I am a life learner, and I strongly believe in self-development and growth. And I don't believe that we ever get to a point to where we get too smart to learn, that we ever get to a point to where we can't grow emotionally and mentally and physically in other areas of our lives. And I think when we keep that open mindset, that it will help us to do bigger and better things. Like I said, I just believe that God has so many things in store. I don't believe that you have scratched even the surface of all that God created you to be and all that he have created you to accomplish. There are gifts in you, there are talents in you that you have not even explored yet, that you haven't even tapped into yet. And so, once again, I would just like to encourage you that don't get stuck. Don't get stuck in the rut of complacency. Don't get stuck relishing in past successes and experiences, because look ahead. God has more in store for you. There's bigger things to be accomplished. There's greater things to be experienced. And if you shut yourself off from that, you will, deprive yourself of all that God has in store for you, okay? So this week, my challenge for you is, if you have found yourself in the trap of complacency, you know what? Go back to your vision board. Go back to your goals and your dreams, and even have a conversation with God and just say, Lord, what more do you have in store for me? It seems like I've accomplished this, but I believe that you have something more for me. What's the next step? What should I do next? Like I said, we should always have a POA, a plan of action. So once you accomplish a small goal, then move on to the next goal. And as I explained in my other video, on my previous video, I explained how, it's good to have a plan of action so that we can have, what to do next. Small goals, they add up to big goals. Rarely do big things happen all at once. It's the little things that add up to be a big thing, So keep moving forward. I encourage you to keep moving forward. Keep moving forward in your plan of action. Don't get caught in the trap of complacency. Although it's good to look back and to remember where we've come from, what we have accomplished, to stay motivated, and to even be encouraged to know that if I did that back then, surely I can do that and even more now and even in the future. But also, like I said, keep moving forward. I think about, the story of Lot, and how when God was rescuing them from, Sodom and Gomorrah, and Lot and his wife and his daughters were a part of, Abraham's family, and, God was delivering them and rescuing them out of that destruction. Of course, we know that Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. And so, they were given instructions not to look back, and everyone was pretty much running for their lives. And everyone got out except for Lot's wife. And why didn't she get out? Well, she looked back. Actually, the Bible says that she turned into a pillar of salt. So, like I said, I didn't say that to scare you, but I'm just saying that sometimes when we get so focused and we get locked in our past, that it's hard for us to see and to really to be able to move into what's ahead. So I just encourage you. I know that you've come a long way. I know that you have some small wins that you've celebrated, but I just want to let you know that there is more in store. There are bigger, better, greater things for you ahead, okay? So stay motivated, keep moving forward, okay? Now, my challenge for you this week, like I said, is to get back to your vision board and just begin to rehearse those things again. Sometimes, it's easy, sometimes we can lose sight of those things, but start looking on your vision board, because I'm quite sure you've accomplished a lot of things by now, but there's more things on your vision board for you to yet accomplish. So, keep looking at that vision board and keep, declaring and decreeing all that God has given you to do for this year, okay? All right. Well, I would love to know how you're coming along in the process. If you need any help, you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can comment below and let me know how you're doing, okay? Let me know how these videos are helping you out. I would love to know that, okay? Once again, if you are joining me, Hope for Single Mothers YouTube channel, if you haven't done so already, and I don't know why you have not subscribed by now, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. If you haven't done that by now, go ahead. I want to give you a moment to subscribe and also click the bell. And I thank you so much for being a part of this awesome and wonderful community and tribe, okay? Well, that's it for this week. I leave you with love, peace, and blessings. And don't forget to join me on Wednesday for Check-In Wednesday, okay? I'm going to be continuing on my Mind Makeover series, which has been absolutely awesome. And then on Saturday, join me on Saturday where I will be taking a self-defense class, okay? So that's going to be awesome, okay? Well, bye-bye and have a great day.